I have the great pleasure to bring up an executive consultant, Comma Club, Success from Home magazine cover, an absolutely brilliant individual, Mr. Mario Price.
So I'm excited. We've had a phenomenal program, and I go everywhere. See, next week, I'm here today, obviously. Next week, I'll be in Erie, Pennsylvania for the Illumination. And in a couple of weeks, I'll be in Westchester, PA for another training. And then in a couple of weeks after that, I'll be a power trip because I realize that I'm always going to miss something when I'm not there. You're always going to miss something. And it's the one thing that you're going to miss that can turn your business around. It's the one thing that you can miss that will turn your business around and you'll miss it forever. That's regrettable. See, I drink very little so you can stay in your seat and not miss this thing. Now here's my story, because I'm excited. Now you heard the great story from a lot of different people. I'm another fellow Longhorn. I went to the University of Texas because I'm one of those kids who they totally says, work hard, go to school, get a good education, and get a good job, and everything will be all right. Anybody ever heard that before? Well, I'm reminded about this quote from Mark Twain. See, Mark Twain said, "It ain't what you don't know that'll get you in trouble. It's what you know to be absolutely true that just ain't so." See, I knew it to be true that if I got an accounting degree from the University of Texas and then go get my very first job right here in the state of Connecticut. So I went from Austin, Texas to Stamford, Connecticut. Worked for IBM, great company, right?
Yeah.
But you know you can't get rich working for a company only. And so I had a great job. I said, "Grant, I'm going to go to Wall Street." I wanted to go to Wall Street, so I went and got an MBA from the University of Michigan. Go Blue. So I went to the University of Michigan, got my MBA in finance, and I was on Wall Street. I had a great time. Lots of bells and whistles. But you know, when you got a 20-something-year-old making six figures in New York City, you won't have a dime. I had a great time, but I had no money at the end of the day. It was a great time. I said, well, this is not challenging. Let me do something different. And I really lost my head, and I said, let me go back to law school. So I got a law degree from Georgetown University, and that only cost me about $200,000 in debt.
Wow.
To make less than I was making on Wall Street. So I'm carrying this debt, making less, working 60 to 80 hours a week, every single week. That's where I was when I saw this opportunity. I left when it was dark, I got home when it's dark, I passed my kids occasionally on the weekends. And so when I saw the opportunity, I said, it's funny, I got a chance to work 6 to 8 hours a week just to be broke even. See, does anyone ever know broke even? Where you worked just to get, like, okay, now I don't owe you. And that's where I was if I was lucky. And so when I saw the opportunity on February 3rd, 2011, I sat in the back of a room, and the person doing the presentation was a guy named Julius Williams, an executive consultant. Not part of his team, but he was there. We kind of got plugged because we don't have a lot going on in Maryland. And I was sitting there, my arms folded, and he just said, "I knew you weren't getting in because, you look skeptical." No, I looked broke. And I looked like I realized that what I've been doing wasn't working. And so I said, I got excited, and I said, okay, next Friday I'm getting in because think about it. All that education, and I didn't have $500 that night to change my life.
Wow.
I didn't have $500 to change my life. So what I'll talk to you today about, let me see how this is working, is that this is me. Just heard my story. I want to talk about how to get more people to look, how to become a master inviter. Now, by a show of hands, how many people here have been an MC for longer than they want to be? Okay, keep your hands up. How many people be an RC for longer than they want to be? An SC for longer than they want to be? Yeah, so here's the thing. Does anybody want the truth?
Yeah.
Let me say I want the truth.
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Because here's the problem with the truth. See, the truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it, ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is. And the truth is that you don't show the plan enough. Your calendar is your accountability partner. Your calendar is the reason why you're not succeeding. You don't have to say, I need to get an accountability partner. You got a calendar. How many times did you press play yesterday? The day before yesterday? The day before that? The week before that? See, the whole thing is this. You've got to get more eyeballs looking at it. And what we're talking about, and just so you know if I'm practicing what I preach, last night I got in, I took the mega bus up from New York City. And then I took the Metro North up from New York City to New Haven. And while I was on the train, I got 3 business cards, because that's what I do. Every day I expand my list. You ever heard that before?
Yes, sir.
So I expanded my list. And then from there, I got an Uber driver to take me to Cheshire, Connecticut. And then when I got to the hotel, I said, hey, you want to see what I do? He says, yeah. And so I pressed play for him. And then I did a 3-way, and Albert, raise your hand. And Albert is here today as one of my new consultants. So I do the same thing you're supposed to do. I press play. But we want to talk about becoming a master inviter. And the whole aspect of becoming a master inviter is predicated on 3 G's. So we understand that Brian McClure tells us that the secret to having a successful business is to have persistent and consistent effort over time and never quit, and to become a master inviter. Getting people to look. And see, the thing about becoming a master inviter, understand it's 3 predicates. It's 3, but it's really 4. It's 3, but it's really 4. Say it's 3, but it's really 4. See, the 3 is this. You want to know, becoming a master inviter is 1, who you are inviting. See, when you invite the right people in a business might have a large circle of influence, things just happen. Secondly is, how often are you inviting? The more often you invite, the more times you have calendar opportunities. The more times you can press play. It works that way. How often you're inviting. And the third is how you're inviting. See, now I love a good meal. I'm a big fish guy. Seafood, love lobster out of Maine. I like some nice salmon. I like all kinds of fish. You know, make me some nice grilled corn, some grilled asparagus, put some potatoes on there. And if you put that on a nice fine piece of china, it looks delectable. If you served it on the lid of a trash can, it looks terrible. The trash can or the plate is your invitation. But here's the 4th thing, and it all are common within those 3 traits. You. What are you doing to become more attractive? See, an attractive person makes a better invitation. What are you doing to develop yourself inside out? You never see me on an off day, because that might be the day that I meet somebody who's going to change my business. If I'm talking about having somebody that's committed, somebody that's hardworking, someone that has integrity, someone that's coachable, see, I wrote those down. Then I have to ask myself, do I look committed? Do I look like I'm hardworking, I have integrity, I'm coachable? What am I doing to make the you in that equation much more attractive? So the first thing you always want to do to become a better inviter is become better. Become better. Every day I'm listening to the same thing, and it ain't talk radio. Every day I'm reading the same types of things, and it ain't the latest newspapers or the gossip things. Every day I'm improving myself. Like John said, every day I learn. So we want to make sure you're becoming better. Now, what we want to know, we understand the goal of the invitation, and Dr. Ryan's going to spend some time on the invitation, but the only goal of the invitation is to get people to look. That's it. You're not getting a customer, you're not getting a consultant, I like to say, you're going to plant your flag. See, when you're talking about Warren Market, all you want to do is plant your flag. I remember reminding of EC Tim Hunt. That's an EC Factory guy. Tim Hunt, he's a senior consultant, press play for a young lady, a real estate developer. She says, no, not right now. He says, great, remember me. Remember me. He walks away, goes off. Months later, a friend of hers comes back, shares the information, says, you know what, I've seen this before, and there was a gentleman who asked me to remember him, and I'm going to do that. And three of his five seniors that got into executive came out of that because he planted his flag. So what we want to talk about, I want to give you a tool that will help you fill up your calendar fast. That will help you fill up your calendar, give maximum appointments. And I want to make sure I understand, because some people come here and they teach so others may learn. Some people teach so others may use. I hope that I'm the latter. I hope that when I come back here, we're going to talk about people who went from MC to RC in the next couple of weeks, from RC to SC in the next few weeks, the people who burst through and became ECs because they had a system that filled up the calendar. See, because Ray Lonnie had 43 three-ways yesterday because somebody filled up at least 43 appointments. See, I know how it works. 43 three-ways meant that 86 people had appointments and half of them didn't show. So if we want to see people go from yellow to purple to gray to blue, we got to fill up our calendar. And this method right here is going to be a powerful tool. Now with text messaging, what's great about it is that people say, why did we text? Now right before I came on stage, I looked at my phone and I noticed that I had 5,820 unread emails. I had 17 unlistened to voice messages, but I had 2 unread text messages.
Nice.
And it was 2 that I got while I was sitting there because I wasn't paying attention to my phone. So what I know is that you can read 2 things. Everybody's already reading their text messages. They're already reading it. Like if we're in church sitting in the pew and someone calls us, we just turn it off real quick. You know, we're the one the pastor's going, and all of a sudden it's like, boogie fever, and you're like trying to get embarrassed like it's not you. But if someone texts you, you can text, I'm in church right now. Everyone's already doing it. Jordan talked about having that massive list, 200-300 names. You can reach your whole list a lot faster via text message. People are reading their text messages, but I like this, you won't say too much. Anybody ever heard of that valley of death, where you invite somebody to come and partner with 7-Eleven and have an Excel communication, and it gets free, and it's solar, and they're like, no thanks? Yeah, no one likes vomit on their shoe. Do you? No, I don't. So with texting, you can do a lot of things that accomplish you greatly. Now, I use a 3-part system when I'm doing text messages. When I do text messages, I want to do a 3-part system. The first one I call is the ping. The ping, kind of like a poke. Then I want to talk about the details, and then I convert to make sure that we know this is going to be a show and tell. So I do the ping, I clarify all the details, and then I do a show and tell. And the purpose of the ping is just understanding that I want to get somebody's attention. I want to let somebody know that I'm here. I want to start the conversation. My favorite thing to ping right now is, what you doing? You home yet? Hey, you gonna be home tonight at 7:30? Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, here's the number I've been using. Did you hear the news? I just want to get their attention. I just want to shake them so they can respond. Because I know I've called people quite often, and I never get people. Anybody ever call someone and leave a message, and they never call you back?
Yep.
Anybody call someone and the mailbox is full? You ever call someone and it just goes click to fact? Like, you ever call someone and it rings a half time and goes to voicemail? You got dissed. I just want to let you know, if you call and it goes rings it right to voice, you got dissed. So with the ping, I just want to let them know I want to get their attention. And I'll say, hey, look, I found something you need to see. You're free tonight at 7:30. Like, whatever the message is, here's the regulations for ping. Fewer than 20 words. Don't use the word business, electricity, or opportunity. Because the text message is for the people that you already are texting anyway. Like, if you were to go through your phone right now, honestly, and you would compare your phone, your list, your history of text messages, and the people that's on your list, including the chicken list, you'll see that you got a lot of people that you've been texting that you've never invited yet. You will. So it's good to know. And so the first thing I do is the ping. The next I want to make sure that we do what I call the details. So once I say, hey, you're going to be home tonight at 6:30, and here's what I love about it. I'll send this message out to 50 people at the same time. I turn off the group messages so they don't know that I sent it to 50 people. Like, I go into the details, turn off grouping, and I send it out to 50 people at the same time. And then when they respond, no, Thursday's not good for me. I'm going to be home on this day. I'm going to be home on another day. In other words, the response is where you work out the details. Hey, coffee, Tuesday and Thursday. Send it out to 50 people. 20 people will respond. Tuesday's not good, Wednesday's better. How about Friday? That's the details. That's when you're setting the appointment. And then the last thing I do here is I say, great, I got something to show you. It's the show and tell, so there's no surprises. Next slide, please. And so the show and tell is good. If I'm over the phone, I say, great, I got something I'll show you. Be near your computer, I'll call you at such and such time. You've already set up the details. Now you just confirm that you're going to be showing them something. Great, I'll see you there. I got something to show you. Now, here's what I'm going to leave you with. This is what I do for my team. It's kind of a challenge. It's kind of a challenge. And if we get somebody who succeeds before the program is up, we'll get a special prize for you. But I'd like to go to the last slide, please. Is that I have a text message challenge because everybody should have their list. My list is actually in Renee's car, but I keep my list handy. And what I do is I tell people, put a star by every name that you're already texting. Because we're already texting these people. That's how we communicate nowadays. I say, great, send out 10 text message invites. Hey, what are you doing tonight? 6:30. Send out to 10 people. And I tell every one of my new people to do that as well because you can fill up your calendar before your courage runs out.